Hey guys, so this one's SQL tutorial. So I'm gonna do SQL video full. If you watch this video, I think that's mostly enough. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let me open Notion. I mean, like I'll just write down what all you should know. I'll just remove this for now and write down. Okay, so in SQL we are gonna do first creating a database. Okay, wait, I think I have this thing where I had share the link in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, this one. If I just open the Trello thing, you really have given, right? SQL, basics of SQL. There's nothing in like basic of SQL. I'll just tell some basic things like for 5 minutes or something. You can actually skip that part. So what all we are gonna do is creating database, creating tables, importing data, functions, querying data. Okay, these things we are gonna do. In functions, we have select, insert, update, and delete. We have all these things in querying data filtering. Okay, so sir has given all these things, so we'll learn it. It's simple, guys. Don't get panicked or something. Just you know just follow what I'm doing. Okay, just do with me. Okay, I'm not suggesting to watch this video. Just watch this video from like just normally. You have to like do it with me, only then you're gonna know it. So yep, that's what I want to say, wanted to tell. Let's use something. Okay, fine. So one second, Nixon. One second. Yep, there you go. Don't have so much. Fine. Let me start. Not delaying. SQL Workbench. I'll just open. In the college also, when you open, you'll get something like this. You click on root. I'll make the screen bigger so that you all can see this. So for now, no, what I'll do is I'll close everything. Okay, wait. I'll save and close. I'll close this also and this also. So I'll show you how it's gonna be in the beginning. Look, so I'll close this also. So see, first when you open this is the interface you're gonna get. Open this root. Here it is gonna be like this. Okay, query one and all is gonna be like this. Now what you're gonna do is first step. Okay, before this, I'll just tell you what all things you wanna know. What is SQL, structured query language, etc. Blah 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 blah. All this I'm not gonna tell. You guys can go and read from the PPT. But what I want to tell is that there's something in SQL called DDL, data definition language, or data querying language. Okay, I think wait, give me a second. I think hashtag is the hashtag. No, it's actually this one. I think. I'm not sure how do you comment it. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so now if I actually tell what all is there. There are some five. Okay, sir has given it in the PPT like what are those DDL, DML, all those things. I have written it in a book so that it becomes easy for me while explaining. So look, there are some 4 to 5, 6 types of something like DDL in SQL. Okay, you have DDL, you have DML, you have TCL, DCL. Just know you don't have to like buy it or something. Don't get frustrated. Just like this. Okay, what are these things? So, what is DDL? DDL means data definition language. What is data definition language? Data definition language means you define something new. For example, you're defining, you're creating a database. Assume you're creating a database. So that comes under DDL because that is defining something. You're defining something. So in DDL, no, you have some functions. If I go for DDL like this, oh, okay, give me a second. Okay, like this. DDL. If I go for DDL something like this, you have some functions. Those are, I think. Wait. Let me just put a bracket. You have, okay, just one second. You have create. This is also called CRUD operations or something. Create, read, update, delete CRUD operations that is used in many languages. But here, what in DDL, data definition language, you're gonna use create, drop, alter, alter, and truncate. Okay, guys, this you don't have to buy this. You just don't even try to remember this. Just see my screen. What I'm trying to do. I'm not gonna teach everything because I'm just explaining what the hell it is. Okay, these are used for defining. So you're creating a new database or something. You're creating a table, something. That's create. Drop means deleting it. Drop means completely deleting it. Alter means changing it. Truncate means also deleting it. Truncate means deleting the whole rows, only rows, but the headings will be still there. Something like that. So that is data definition language. So what is DML? Uh, data manipulation language. It is select, insert, update, and delete. Okay, guys. Uh, so these are the things. Whenever you use these functions, you're gonna use this to the upper columns or something like the whole table or database. This is used for table or database, like the big one, big image. When you use select, insert, update, and delete, you use it for columns or rows. Okay, this is for the smaller pictures, columns and rows. You can ask like when you have delete, why do you want drop or truncate? So I'll tell delete, drop, or truncate is used to drop the whole database or whole a table. I'll tell you what those things are, table or database. I'll tell you how to create it also. Just know this. So what is in okay, so if but delete is used for columns and rows. If you, for example, in SQL, it's a relational database management system, so you have rows and columns. In that rows and columns, if you want to delete something, you can use delete function. So something like that. Okay, so look, there are so many things. TCL means it is transactional control language. Yeah. DCL means it is data control language. DQL means data query language. I think in data query language you have where, all those things. I think no, data querying, I'll explain this later, because but now we have only these two topics what sir has given. Okay, only these two topics. You guys don't have to know anything more than this. Only these two topics. We'll do slowly. Okay, I'll not delete this because I'll let it, because I'm gonna share this code with you. So now what, just observe what I'm doing. Okay, so first I'll just put this back top so that it doesn't make mess. For now I'm creating a database. First step, what is first topic? Creating database. How do you create it? You just write create database. What you're creating? Database, or database spelling is right. Be sure. And guys, one more thing, SQL is not case sensitive, so either it's your choice. You can put this like capital or something, anything you want. It's your choice. But it's important, if there's a proper way to do this. For example, like the functions, like these functions, you keep it in capital, and whatever you define, right, those things you keep in small, something like that. But I'll just normally go because it's not required. So now what I'm going to do, create database. How are you going to create database? You're going to write this function, write this with me. Create database. I'll create a supermarket, right? So I think I already have supermarket, so I'll create a new one, supermarket one. I'll just create like this. Okay, so if I run this, see, my supermarket is successfully created. Can you see this? This is the log output. This is where all the outputs are going to come. Okay, so now once you create the database, it'll come. Where will it come? It will show you in the schema section. Okay, so once you create this database, this is administration. Here is where this is not going to be used for you. We are not going to use anything of this. We're going to go to schemas. Anywhere you're gonna be here. Okay, you're always gonna be here. I'll just delete this supermarket 3, is not required. How are you gonna do it? You have to drop it. You can't just delete like that. Drop now. So we have created it as supermarket 1. Okay, now I've created it. It showed me. Okay, it showed that create database. Okay, can you see, once when I drop that, there's automatic code run here. Drop database supermarket 3. If you remember, I just said drop. Create means creating a supermarket. Okay, when now, if how to check if it's created, you go to schema section. Schema is here down, don't get confused. I don't know how to exactly show it. Like arrow mark is here. uh, Schema section is there like this. Okay, so something like that. That is schema section. Now if I refresh this, right? Okay, wait. I have to go to this thing here. And if I refresh this, can you see supermarket one got created here? Like this is the name I gave now. It just created. It just got created now. So if I open here, you have everything: tables, views, sorted procedure, and functions. Now, how are you going to use this? Okay, we learned create, right? This is how we are going to create it. Now we are going to use the database. I'll teach you drop and all later. I just want to go how sir taught us. So create database. So the first step is to create database. Then you use the database. Use supermarket. Use supermarket one, guys. And one more thing, always use semicolon or else it won't run. Semicolon is very important when you end the code. End each line. I'm sorry. So if I run this now, so yeah, use supermarket. It's running. So there you go. Now what I'm going to do is, see there are tables. There's something called tables here. I want to create some tables. How do you create it? First step is to create database. Then you create that data table. I'll put this back top here. So as I said, those blue things, you keep it in capital. That's better. It makes in readability. It becomes more easy. Now if I write create uh, table and name, how do you write it? First you write create. I'll write it again. Caps lock. Create. Create is the function. I mean, create is like it's a DDL language. So create. You use create. Then you use table. Instead of database, you create a table. Actually, it's not like you can only create one thing like this. You can create how many database you want. For example, I'll create database super super okay, supermarket market 2 and control this. Okay, wait a second, 1 second. Okay, like this, and I'll paste this like 5 times. I'll paste this, so you get 5 database like this. But you have to change the name. Okay, you can't keep the same database names. 3, 4. You can create how many other database you want. Okay, it's just creating a database. So if I run this for no, if I run this, everything got created. Now if I just refresh it now, see everything is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. So I don't want these things. How do I look? I have two ways to delete these things. You go and click drop schema, drop now, or you can actually write drop something like this. Drop database supermarket. I'll just write supermarket 3, right? 3, something like this. It'll drop it. And if I run this, yeah, it drops supermarket. If you refresh, it'll go. Like you saw, 3 gone, 3 is gone. The same way, this is how you're gonna delete the database. Usually what happens is you're not gonna come here, you're not gonna change all those things, you're not gonna delete. Usually main times it doesn't happen, but this is easy, right? You just have to delete, you have to refresh, delete, drop schema, drop now, and refresh. That's all. So now what we have is, I'll just remove this, is not required. I just want to explain how it works. So like that, you can create how many however database you want. And another thing, guys, once you run this line, you can't run it again. If you run it again, no, you'll get error. Create database supermarket. So what is the error? Can't create database supermarket. One database already exists. So it's already exists. You can't run this code again. So that's one thing. Once you run, it's run. That's all. It's already created. You can't run it again and again. So if you want to run something, you just select it. You just select that particular part. If you run everything, if you just click here and run, everything will run. That's not advised. So now creating database is done. Create table. Uh, I'll just write branches and put this thing. See, this is how you're gonna create a database. I mean table. This is how you create a table. Inside this you can put anything you want. I'll tell you what you want to put. Okay, so let's create one table. Guys, this thing is creating a table. You can only create. Okay, guys, basically I'll tell you what schemas are. Schemas is a structure of how your data is going to be. Like for example, if you want a column row, if I open Excel, and I'll just use this only book one. So what is here? Register number, name, and date. These are called schemas. Okay, this you just define what type of schema. Like if you have to define a date, should be in date format. Name should be a variable character or a string. Register number should be an integer. So like that, you define it, right? You define it. That is what schemas are. Schemas is nothing but a structure which keeps it actually how do I tell you? It's like a frame. It's like a frame how you keep it, how your data is gonna be stored. That's how it is. That's what schemas are. So now, how do you create a database? Okay, so branches. So so after creating this, how do you put fields inside this? So guys, this is not actual data. You're only giving the columns. You're just giving the headings and what kind of data it's gonna contain. Okay, like that you're just gonna give it. And how are you gonna do that? You're gonna specify it properly. How? Just write it with me. I'll just put this in caps lock. Branch, branch ID, integer, auto increment, primary key. Okay. So what happened here? So so what happened here is integer is look first what we defined was a heading. First this is first column heading. Okay, like it's like just creating a new file. For example, I'll just show you side by side. I'll just create a new one. It's just like creating branch ID, something like this, and you're specifying this row is full of integer. That's what integer is. Integer is a data type. Then you have auto increment. What is auto increment? And one more thing, have you ever guys noticed that sometimes you have serial number as 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, this is wrong. Delete 3, 4, something like that. Okay. So what are these things? These are this is nothing but it's auto increment. It's auto increasing. It's even if while writing data, even if you miss these fields, it'll directly go 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. Even if I put like this and sorry, and if I actually like this. Oh shit, sorry, get me 1 minute. 4, 4, yeah, like this. And if I pull this down, see, it's auto incrementing. It's directly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is direct. It's putting it's on itself. We didn't do anything. So that is what auto increment does. Once you write branch ID, it is gonna be unique. Each ID will have its own unique number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why it's called auto increment. And why is it primary key? So first what to do is you give the name of the column, heading of the column, then you specify what type it's gonna be, then you're gonna put auto increment, you use it only for when you want unique characters. Okay, you can't have a same repeated character, it will give an error. I'll show you while we import data. So branch ID, integer, auto increment. What is primary key? Primary key means it's the main. It's like primary key means it's the main. This is how you're gonna query data. With this, how you're gonna query data. If you put 1, 2, 3 with ID, you're gonna get it. So that is what primary key does. Primary key means it keeps that as a unique character. Branch ID is very unique. You're gonna use query for branch ID. That's why you put primary key. You don't use primary key for everything. And one more thing, guys, you cannot do this. You have to give proper space. After primary, there's a space and then key. Then we have just write this with me. You'll understand. Branch name. Branch name is we are gonna put it as variable character. What is where character? Is nothing but string, guys, but you're defining how many characters you want. So I'll put maximum 30. Okay, if this exceeds 30, for example, branch name, assume this with an Excel. For example, I put branch name branch branch name. I put like this, and by mistake, if I my limit is only 30 characters. Okay, so only 30 characters. If I exclude 30 characters, I'm gonna get an error. For example, I can put lesser than 30. I can, if what if I put like something like this and all. No, if it increase 30, no, you'll get an error. So it shouldn't increase. That 30 is what you're putting a limit. So what is variable character? It is a kind of string. It's a data type. It's actually a data type. Have you, when we read Python, we studied about string. The same way, your variable character is also a data type. So another one thing we are going to put is not null. What does not null do? Not null specifies that compartment cannot be null. Like, for example, while we get huge number of data, sometimes this column might be null. You won't get some data. Like, for example, querying statistics you have learned. Missing data, it's called missing data. That time what you do, if that is there, if you put not null, right? If you put not null, you can't have empty columns. There should be something in that column, or else you will get an error. Or else if it will get revoked, the thing will get revoked. So if you think that is very important data, for example, email or some phone number or something, you can put not null. So we'll just put not null because sir has given us that not null we're gonna put. Another one we're gonna create, that is address. So what in address? What address is also a variable character. Just guys, and one more thing I said you right, it's case, it's not case sensitive. You can keep it capital either small. It's not gonna give you any errors. So this also I'll put some 30. Okay. Okay. Address, right? Address I'll put 200 because there can be a lengthy address. Who knows what? And I'll put not null so that no one gives me a null blank for this. So address is done. Then you have manager's name. You have variable character. Okay, wait. Manager's name. Okay. Manager's underscore. You can't give space like this. Like you have to properly define a heading. You can't give spaces. So next is data type. Variable character. It's like 30. Not null. Then we have latitude. I don't know why this is, but latitude, variable character. Actually, you don't have to, put that not null everywhere. It's not required. If you want, if think it's very, very important, then you put it. So for latitude, I won't put it. Longitude also we have. So guys, this is what sir has given us. I'm not giving any myself, okay? So if you just write this with me, you'll understand. Like 100% you're gonna understand. Just write this with me, you'll understand. So what we did, create database, supermarket one. Then we used that database. We're creating table in that database. So I'll show you when once created, now I'll show you where it'll come. So this is done. I wrote the query. Now I'll run it. I'll run this much. How do you run it? This thunder, that Shazam symbol. I mean, sorry, that thunder symbol. If I this, yeah, I got a create table successful. So now if I refresh this, can you see tables? This thing arrow has come. Now branches has been created. If I open branches, columns, you'll get everything. Branch name, branch address, everything. Now I don't want that. In tables, we have something called branches. That much you should know. Okay. We'll create another table. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna do it fast. Create table. This is gonna be transactions. Okay. I'm gonna put it in small letters. Transactions. Okay, there you go, like that. uh, Transaction ID. Okay, integer. Guys, you can put, as I said, you can put it in small letter also. So auto increment, the transaction ID is very important because that is the primary key. That's a primary, means it's like the serial number. It's, for example, it's like serial number, that's all. Then you have consumer ID. It's not so important. Consumer ID. Guys, you can actually, I'm so sorry, I'm messing up. Wait, okay. I'm just making it capital so that it makes customer ID. Int, not null. See, that's all. Simple. Look, what I did was I just named the column heading integer, what type it is, and not null. Is it null or not null? That's all. Okay. So then you have purchase date, date and time. This is date time itself is a data type. Okay, date time itself is a data type. In SQL, that is a data type. Date time is a data type. So we have next one is price, pric, price. This is gonna be decibel. Okay, guys. As soon as after you name it, no, there should be a data type, or else it will give an error. So if I do this, price decimal, then you have branch underscore id int not null. And one more thing, guys, can you see this branch's id is already there here? There's, yeah, this is already there. So what if the file we are going to import, no, what if there is no branch's id there? I'll show you where's that. What the hell, renamed or deleted? 1 second, I'll open that file. I'll Actually, this file is in the Google Drive I sent you on. If I go here and if I see, no, I think I sent it for Arihan just now. There is SharePoint. No, whom did I send? Domino. Okay. So there you go. There it is. It's in SQL. Somewhere it is. Yeah, branches.csv. This one. I want to just see. See here, there is branch ID, branch name, address, latitude, longitude, and manager name. Okay. That's how we created. That's keeping this as a base. We created our schema. Then we have another thing. Wait. We have transactions. Yeah, there you go. In transactions, what all we have? Customer ID, purchase date, price, and branch ID. We do not have price. Okay, it's there. It's there. So all the three is there. So not worry, no worries. So but instead of creating a whole, you put it as a foreign key. Okay, you just put it as a foreign key. I'll just show you how. Okay, did you see a primary key? The same way foreign key also works the same. Foreign key branch branch ID references branches. What is branches? The first table we created, that is branches. branches branches branch ID. Can you see that? So branches is from this. We are just linking this both. Okay, it's just linking this both. Instead of creating our own and having the same data twice, no, we use this so that the data, I mean the storage or space is used less. So that's why we do that. Now if I run this, where's the run option, guys? Run. So yeah, successfully created. Now if I reload this thing, guys, you always have to reload when you run it, or else it won't show up. So tables, now you have two, branches and transactions. So the basic part is how many tables you create, it will come under table section. So when you open tables, you have columns. What are the columns? You have all this, whatever we created. So that's this. Okay. Now I'm going to export data. Like now we have only created the headings. Okay. Now even if I go here and for example I'll go to branches and I'll show you. There's only, can you see this? What did I do? How did I get this thing? Look carefully. Okay, look careful at my arrow mark. I'll open, this is in schemas. Okay, first of all, you'll be in administration, you'll get something like this. Go to schemas, open the database you created, go to tables. In branches, you have this thing like calendar thing. Okay, click on that. There you go, you get it. So we have created heading, that all you'll get it here. Okay. Now I want to import the data. Now I have some data in the CSV file. How am I gonna import it? I'm just gonna click import here. Export. This is import. Okay, wait, I don't know. Okay, yeah, import. And I'm gonna browse. After, okay, look, what I did was, can you see my this thing? I'll show you where. This thing, this one. That's for import. Okay, so I'll do this back. So click here, yeah. Now if I click on this, I get this and I click browse. Here I have branches and transactions. You have to download these files. Okay, this is there in that Google Drive I sent. Branches and transaction both you have to download. So now I'm gonna import it for branches, right? So first I click on branches, open. So this is how you're gonna do. Next, use existing data table. We already created a table if you remember. Branches, yeah. So next, so see, you just have to link both. You have to see branch ID, branch name, address. Here you have to put, instead of latitude, you have to put I mean, instead of manager, you have to put your longitude, and here manager's name, something like this. Or else it will become ulta palta, so you don't want that. So now if I do next, and if I do next, finish. So now if I reload this and go back and click on the same table icon again, see, I got the imported things. Okay, I got the imported things. Now I can easily query. I'll teach you this a bit later, but for generally I'll show you how it's done. Select I'll let just branch name or something, no? For simply for branch name super from supermarket one dot branches. This is the same as slicing, guys. If you remember with Python, we studied. This is the same as slicing. If I run this code now, I have to get only branch name. Can you see that? I got only branch name. This is how it's done. Okay. So like this in select, no, there are many, and I'll teach you that once I finish this teaching how to export files. So they basically understood, right? Now the same what we did for branches, we are gonna do for transaction. Just see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, this is how you're gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. You will get your database. Whatever you created, it will be here. Click on that. Click on transactions. Click on this. Click on import. Browse. Now transactions. Next. Here instead of use existing table, instead of branches, you have to do transactions. There you go. Next. Then you have customer ID. Then you have purchase date. Then you have price. Then you have branch ID. Okay. You change it to what. Look, these things are in the Excel file. Okay, you just have to match those things. Next, next, it's actually importing. So just wait for a while. Next, finish. So now if I just go here for transactions, I click this thing, this icon here. See, it'll show this. That's all. It's imported. Tada, that's all. That's all. That's all you want to know. For now, that's all you want to know. I'll teach you how to select, how this if you remember, I just showed these things. We are done with DDL. There's nothing more in DDL. Drop also I taught you. How do you drop a database? For example, I said I just taught you how you create a new database and you drop it like that only. I'll create like that only in front of you guys. Will create one. I'll create another database called create database supermarket 2. Now if I run this code, and always put this thing here. If I run this code, look, it's successfully created. Okay. Now even if I reload here, I'll get it. See, supermarket 2 is there here. This thing is supermarket 2. Now I don't want this. I want to delete it. I'm going to use drop function. Drop database supermarket 2. So now if I run this thing, See, that's also dropped. It's dropped. It's gone. It's actually gone. I didn't even refresh. It's gone. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. So what did we learn? We learned creating and dropping. Create and drop. Alter and truncate. I don't think sir taught us, so I'm not gonna teach this both. I mean, it's easy. Like changing. There's a bit changing, and truncate is also like deleting the whole. For example, now you have, not this. Now you have imported like. Oh shit! Wait a second. I have to go here again. I'll go click here. Yeah, yeah. So you have imported all this, right? All this data. Now, what if you wanna delete all this again? That time you use truncate. Okay. Basically, truncate is used for that. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I learned when I was studying my MongoDB database. So I don't know. I think it's the same even for SQL. Yeah, I think it's same. So what is now DDL is done, guys. There's nothing much in DDL. Only create and only drop. Create is the main thing. You created what all we did? We created a database called supermarket one. Then we created branches. Even if you don't use this, it's all right. But it will become a mess when you create 2 or 3 database. So you better use it. Use supermarket one. Then you have create table. You're creating a table called branches. You're giving what kind of data you're gonna get. This is called a schema. What you have written here, this is actually called schema. There's a structure how you want your data to be. It has to be named, it has to be in variable character, and it shouldn't exceed 30. It shouldn't be null. All these things what you define, right? That is what schema is. Okay. It's just like a structure you're giving it. So by mistake, for example, you take any form. I'll go to Google form, not just Google form. Wait, I'll just go to random website. No, I'll go to GitHub only. Who don't know GitHub? It's alright. It's already logged in. Hmm. Dribble is my account created Dribble. Yeah, it's not created. So if I go to sign up, so this data, no, whatever we type here, it's gonna come there. This will be connected to this database. So whatever we type here, it will get stored in this tables. I mean, you create however you want it, like username, email, password. That time you're gonna set off a limit. You can't exceed your name by 100 or 200. If you try it, this will get rejected here only. Password also see 6+ characters. You can't keep less than 6 like that. These are the things you give it. This is a way how it's done. You define how your data is gonna be. That's the best way. It helps in security purpose and a lot of things. Now coming back. Okay, where is my SQL? Yeah, coming back. We created a branch. We named it. We created a transaction. We gave all the things. Then what we did was we refreshed this so that we get everything. Now then we opened this thing. We open tables. Actually, it will be like this. We open tables. In branches, you click on this thing. This icon here. I'll show it to you again. Uh, okay, there'll be this icon here. Okay, there's some icon here, so I'll show you it. So yeah, not this. Wait, guys, you just see my arrow mark. No, this thing, the calendar or some kind of box thing. If you click that, you'll get this option. When first time you click, no, you won't get this data and all. So you get only headings. Then you click on import. Import is there. No, you click on import. You import the data. You import the file. Browse and you select the file. And wait, what was this for? Those transactions, right? Array, yeah. Wait, I'll cancel it and come again. It was for branches, okay. So I'll browse it. I'll go to branches, open, next. Yeah, see, here you go to use existing tables because we created a table. If you don't create this, now what will happen? It will create a new table here. I'll show you how it's done. Okay, wait. If I go here, just randomly I'll create, no, import. And here, if I browse, I'll just take some random CSV file, book1 CSV file, open. And if I click next, if I create new table, now if I click on this create new table and leave it, if I click next, and if I do next, it will create its own table. I didn't do anything, it will create its own table. Can you see there's another table called book one created? Here everything you get. So that's wrong way. I'm gonna drop this thing. Okay, so basically branches, book branches and transaction is what you're gonna use it as. So yeah, now that's how you're gonna import it. Okay, once you import, you have to refresh it, and after refreshing again, you have to go to this thing and click on that. Then you'll get your data here. Here you can see so many times it'll open. Yeah, it'll open many times. Next, what you're gonna do? Okay, guys, that's done. The first topic, DDL, is done. There's nothing much in DDL. So now I think you understand. If you didn't understand, you can call me anytime. Okay, please call me if you didn't understand. Because yeah, I don't want you to get guys to mess up things up. So yeah. So basically, you know how to create a database, create tables, and import data. So now if I go to this thing, arey yaar, one second. Not this only, no, yeah. If I go to Trello and if I, where's that? So we done this. We finished creating database. We finished creating tables. We finished importing data. Now leftover is functions. Select, insert, update, and delete. This thing is very important. This might come as 1 marker or a 10 marker. Sir can ask you write this function and you're gonna get tables. So how are you gonna get it? So I'll show you now that one also. Guys, we'll solve that question paper together. No, sir had sent some 10 questions that I will do that together so that it becomes a practice and you can actually do that. So many people came. Okay, so yep, we'll do that. I'll close this thing. So we did that. Last one we have is what is that thing called? Querying data. I assume. Last we have querying data, but now I'll show you that one also. Wait, first for now, what are we gonna do is we're gonna use select, all these functions, select, insert, update, delete, all these functions we are gonna do. Okay, first select. What is select? Guys, what will happen if I, instead of instead of going all this, click here, that this, instead of that, if I just write select from supermarket one dot branches, what will happen? What do you think will happen? If I run this code, you'll see all the data here. See, that's all. You don't have to go anywhere. You just have to write this line of code. How do you select? This is just like printing. Instead of print, you write select. Star means everything. Star means everything. You can, instead of star, you can put the column names also, your choice. But now if I just want branch ID, branch name, and manager's name, I can do that. How do I do it? I write specific. I write specifics. Branch ID, comma. We have to separate it by comma. Branch name, comma, and manager's name. I don't want address. Manager's name, something else. And if I run this now, no. Now if I run this, see only these three, whichever I want, only those things will come. See, that is what select is used for. Okay, select is used for that. Select is also used for querying, but that topic I'll teach you at last. So you understand why select is used, right? So select is used for slicing or printing. I mean, showing all the data. Now I'll just remove this thing, and I want to see all the. I want to see a whole table. So what I do, I put a hashtag or star or what do we call it. That is select. Select is done. So now we'll come to the second one. It's what? Insert. What does insert? I'll close this table. How to do? Close it. Okay. I don't know how we close it, but oh, I can do this. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay. Now I'm gonna insert. I want to insert some. Okay. Now whatever we are doing it in branches. How? Okay. Look. Select star means everything. From, you define it. You define what you want from where you want. Now insert function, right? How do you do insert function? You just write insert. What do you want to insert? Insert what? What exactly do you want to insert? That is what it's gonna come. So I'll show you. Okay, I want to insert a value. So if I go to branches now, if I run this code again, I just want to run this particular code. If I run this again, can you see this database came up? Now what I'm doing is the end is like, here it is showing 300. Okay, because it won't show you fully. So insert into branches. What I'm gonna insert? Branches, values I'm gonna insert. Okay, value or values, whatever. What I'm gonna insert? Okay, see in branches, what has given. Look, the point I was telling is, look, it's 299, but there's a it's a very big data. To be honest, I'll show you. Wait. Hmm, Windows E downloads. Hey, you're on it also. Quick access. Array, yes. Quick access, yeah. Branches if open. You see there's so much data here. Someone's editing. So, okay, there's only 3 editings. Okay, okay, cool, cool. When I saw it last time, it was like 1,000 or something. Okay, fine. Anyhow, like for sometimes it shows only 100, sometimes 1,000, something like that. It depends on how much it shows here. So that's what I want to tell. So now look, now what I'm going to do is branch ID is unique, right? We gave primary key and we did auto increment. So even if you put this null, right, it'll still work. If I put this null, it'll still work. It'll only give 300. It'll only make it 300. Now null is done. First one branch ID is done. Branch name I'll give it as something I'll give, no, like I'll give like SBA. I'll give. This is wrong, but wait a second. How do I give it? Yeah, I'll just give SBI only, no? SBI. And one more thing, guys. When you write this, you have to be careful by names and all, okay? So address I'm gonna give, I just give what? Church Street. I know this is lame, but don't give spaces, please. If you wanna give space, if you still wanna give space, you use this quotes. So if I wanna give Church Street, I can do this. And if I put this comma, and what else is required? Look, not null is very important. If there's not null, then you have to give it manager's name. So manager's name, I'll give it as I'll put my name. I'm the manager of SBI. And if I give like this month, and what else? Latitude, longitude, you can keep null. It's not required because you haven't given yet. No, not null, not null. If you give not null, then you have to write it. If you haven't given not null, then it's not required, to be honest. So if I type this and if I try to run this, we'll see if it will work or what. I'm not sure because, okay, wait. So what is the error? Unknown column, SBI and field list. Okay, yeah. One more thing, guys. You can't just put like that, I think. I think you have to put it inside codes. So if I put SBI here. Oh, thing, yeah. Single quotes it won't take. So if I put SBI, yeah, something like this, I have to put even month, I have to put it in a string. So MNV and H. So whatever it comes now, whatever letters, put that inside a string. So okay, wait, I have to run this create database supermarket. Guys, if you just randomly run, everything will run. So that's wrong. So if I run this, oh yeah, there you go. Insert is successful. Now, now if I refresh this, or I don't even have to refresh, I will run this code again. 300. Can you see the third one? 301. SBI Church Street Manwan. So this is what insert function can do. You can insert rows and columns. As I said you before, these are for smaller, only columns and rows. It only affect columns and rows. So you can only do with those things. Now what we did was insert function, insert into, what is into? Insert into branches. Okay, into branches. You can also put it as transactions, wherever you want to insert. You put that name here. The table name actually. Insert into tables. What you're going to insert? Value you're going to insert. So value, then you have null, SBI, chest rate, month, null, etc. Okay. So this is the data I'm giving it. So guys, if there is no, if you are given not null, no, you have to specify something. By mistake, if I put your null, right, you'll get an error. We'll see what error it is. Now, if I run this thing, yeah, null. And if I run this thing, you get an error. See, insert into branches. Column manager's name cannot be null. Can you see this error you got? So that's the point. You cannot give null like that. If there's not null specified, you cannot give null. So I'll write Manvat again. So now if I run this again, Yeah, there you go. It works. So perfect. Like this, how many hour I can create? Okay, I can create multiple. How do I create multiple? I just have to put comma here, enter, tap 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 tap, 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 like this, something like this. I can create. I can create how many hour data I want. Null. I'll put Bank of Baroda. Then I'll put instead of MG Road, I'll put MG Road, MG Road. Then I'll put who is the manager of that? I'll put some Ramaya or someone. I'm not sure who this guy is, but yeah. Null. Guys, this will give you an error. Why? Tell me. Tell me why. Because this is wrong. You can't give like this. B of B means Bank of Baroda and MG Road means Mahatma Gandhi Street. You have to put it in a code or else it won't. MG Road. Something like this, okay? And you close it. Now if you like now if you run this, no. Uh I mean it'll run both. So now if I run this again, I'll run this again, select option. Now if you see, right, there'll be 300, 302. Okay. Look, how many times you're gonna run this, that many times it's gonna add up. Okay. Even duplicate values, it's gonna add up. So be sure only once you do. And how are you gonna delete it? You just delete. I'll show you. I'll just show you once. Don't worry. So basically, did you understand insert function? So select function is to select, to show what you want. Insert function is to insert something. Then you have, what else do you have? Update. I don't think update is required for us because I don't remember sir teaching me update, teaching us update. So yep, I'll just see and tell. So now we finish select and insert function. So update function is like update. What do you want to update? I want to update from in branches. Okay, there's Vijay Bank MG Road here. What if I want to change this SBI? Okay, or this 299th one I want to change this Brentwood Estate to something which I want. Okay, how do I do it? Update branches, set branch name. Branch name. What is branch name? Is the heading. Is the heading. That's branch name. Okay. I want to change the 299th one. So update branches. Set is the thing. Set is how what you want. Update branches. Set branch name is equals to. I'll put this as HDFC Bank, right? HDFC Bank, yeah. HDFC Bank, something like this. Branch, HDFC branch. So where means like if you write only this much, no, where will it change? Like it doesn't knows where to change. So you have to specify which branch ID also where you want to change it. I want to change it to 299th one. So update branches, set branch name is equals to HDFC Bank, where branch ID is equals to, okay, I can't do this, branch underscore ID, branch ID is equal to 299, right? 299. That's all done. Ta-da. So this is the update function. If I run this now, see, that's all you want. It's updated. Now if I run this again, so if I wanna check that, it will be there. Like the 299th will be, see, it got changed. It was something else and it got changed as HDFC Bank. Did you guys see that? Did you guys like observe it? So that's how you use update function. If you guys didn't get it, go back from where I started and just play the video from there again. So next one is delete function. Look, only four functions: select, insert, update, and delete. Okay, delete. What is delete? Uh, it's kind of very simple. Delete from like from where do you want to delete from branches. Then you have where ID. What ID? Branch ID, right? BRANCH branch ID is equals to. I want to delete 303, 302, and 301. So how do I do that? 301, 300 and sorry, 302. Okay, wait. Is this even right? Okay, I have to give like, not sure. Should I put like this? Yep. I don't know. Let's see if it will work or what. 302 and 303. 303, something like this. And I have to close this. Or else it's not gonna work. Now if I run this, so there's some error. Operand should contain one column. Acha, one column. So okay. Uh let's try giving a single thing. Like 301, something like that. I'm not sure if it will still work because yeah, it worked. So one row got deleted, 301 will get deleted. So now if I show this, if I run this, 301 got deleted. Can you see after 300 this 302? So 301 got deleted. So you have to do it like one by one. What will happen if I do 302 and 303? Let's just check. Okay, it's not gonna work because you got a red symbol there. It won't work. You can only do one at a time. So you can only delete one item at a time when you use delete function. So there you go. That's of delete. So we learned insert, select, insert, update, and delete. That's all. If you have any doubt, please go back to the video and just check it once. Uh, yeah, that's all of these functions. If I go to this thing, right? I have to open again and again. This thing's open or suddenly by mistake. Yep, if I go here and if I just like this, and if I see, okay, look, importing data is done. Functions is also done. We have querying data and filtering. So we have querying data and filtering. So what is querying? So we have done all these four topics. The last one is not querying data and filtering. So I'm gonna use that sir's PDF. You know, sir had given some questions a few days back as a CIA. I'm gonna use that, and we are gonna solve it now together. How are we gonna solve it? Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, I'll open this back. I'll close this thing. Here we are gonna do it everything from line 40. We are gonna do. We'll solve one by one. Where's the question? This is Joanna sending me that. When Ankita's was the Ashwar. Okay, so say open. Okay, so this is the thing. One by one we'll do. So I'll take a wait. I'll see how much time it may require. We'll just copy paste, okay? Because we know, or else we'll write or something. We'll do it slowly. It's not a point problem. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, guys. I was just checking if I missed out if something as sir is given. So code operations create. Yeah, read is not required. Like it's not required. Update. I mean, he didn't even teach that read thing. It's just like reading a row. It's just like select, but you just read it. That's all. Update. Update. Did I teach update? I don't remember teaching update. Oh yeah, we just did right. Update. Yeah, we did update also and delete. We did create. Instead of read, we did select. Oh yeah. It's the same. Okay, select rows. Okay, yeah. Oh, we did this, guys. We did this. Select. We did it. Update. We did it. We did delete also. We did it. So that's there. And here, seeing here, can you see here? We did two. We did created transactions and we created branches. There are others also: product categories, customer, employee, supplies, expenses. If you want, you can create all these tables in it. But we don't have time for all those things, and you just have to know. You don't have to get confused. You just know how things work. So transactions and branches is enough. So yeah. So we learned create. Yeah, we learned create. We created a table and we created a database both. Uh, is there anything we're missing out? Column data we did it. Okay, guys, see these are the data types. Okay, these are the data types: integer, tiny int, float, double, so many other. We used character, variable character, and integer, right? We used integer, variable character, and date. We used date time. We used. So date time basically gives years like this. You see that structure, right? Come here, like see how much. If character, you can use like 0 to 255. Variable character is also same. If the text, for assume if the input, I mean the data has to be like so many characters, then you use text. Long text means much lot of data like that. Then we learned insert. So yeah, That was for what? Yeah, that was for select. Insert we learned. Okay, that was okay. Oh, that was create. Then this was insert. Then select we learned. Select clauses, select from the same. Modify data, update, delete, alter, drop. We did this, right? We did update, we did delete. We didn't do alter because if you want, you can do this, guys. You can add your own column for this. If you want, you can do this. Because fine, we'll do it of no, like add and drop. Control C. I'll just copy this and then paste it here. Control V. So what is this? Alter table. Table, it's altering the whole table. What did I tell in the beginning? These things change the whole thing. I mean whole table. Add discount. Add discount float. So what does this do? It will create a new column. So if I run this now, if I run this, it'll run. And now if I run this thing, it will be a new okay, wait. First of all, I have to, load this thing, and I'm doing this in transaction. I don't want it in transaction. I want it in branches. So now if I run this, and okay, wait, first I have to run this also. I forgot. Okay, first I have to run that. So it's successfully created. Now I have to run this. If I run this, yeah, discount, can you see? And if you have any discount data, you can get it also. And I showed you how you get it. You import it. Something like that. Okay. So that's alter. I'll put this alter where, right? Where I'll put it top somewhere because after create it's drop alter we did all together. So guys, basically what create, drop, alter we did it. Create, alt, drop, alter. Last one is truncate. I'll see if sir is given truncate. Guys, alter is simple. Okay, just add or drop. That's all. You can't do anything more from truncate. Sorry, you can't do anything more from alter. You can only add or delete. If you want to delete it, you delete it. But while you create a column, you better keep, I mean, you properly give the data type also, or else you'll get an error. Drop a complete table. We did this. I showed you how you do it. I showed for database. It's the same. Instead of database, you put tables and name of that. So filter data where clause. We are gonna do this now. Select. We're doing this now. Summarize data. What is this? Oh, summarize. It's a function. Okay. I'll show you it. Yeah. See if you branch ID sum price as total sum. You're using function as sum of price. I'll do and show it. Merge multiple tables. Join clause. So how are you gonna? That's not required, guys. Merge is not required. It's not required. Group by. You can group by branch ID from transaction. Group by. These are all not required. Join left join. These are all not required. I mean, if you learn it, it's better. But it's a bit. If you'll get confused if you learn this, you'll forget those things. Stop. Inner join, outer join. Okay. Should I teach this because there's so much? I mean, I know this is how to do it. But it's a bit, if you learn this, you'll get confused. That's the point. If you learn left join, you'll get confused. I mean, not only you get confused. That's the point. So what is your select branches dot branch name? Yeah. Transactions dot branch ID. You're selecting two here. You're selecting two. Both you're selecting. Yes. You're also selecting sum of prices. Sum of prices will add the whole prices as total price. What will happen is the sum price, it will add and it will create a new column, total price. From transactions, like select this from transactions, left join branches on. Forget this, don't learn this. It's too messing up. If you have studied everything, then you study that. I'm trust me, it's not gonna come. I'll be honest, it's not gonna come. It's not required. But because this is a very big topic, it's better you learn it on yourself. Just copy paste these codes and see how it will work. From where we didn't do, from merge we didn't do. So we'll learn merge. So soon we'll study that data. So yeah, this is the question sir given. We'll do this one by one. Okay. How I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this side here. I'm gonna okay, wait a second. Array yaar, what the hell is this? No, 1 second. Yeah, I'll just put like this. Nope. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, like this I'll put so that like this, and I don't want this. Could I just delete this thing? Fine, this can be manageable. I think, assume you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, there you go. Like that. Fine, I'm gonna write everything here. As I said, I'm gonna start from 40th line. Fine, one by one we'll do, okay? There's the same data and the same questions are from the same database, so we'll do it together. Display the database and table of supermarket. Uh, Display the database and tables of supermarket. So what do you do this? This is simple. You select, okay, how do I write it? First question one, I'll write it like this. Question one, and I'll write it. I'll just copy this. No? Display the database and tables of supermarket. Control C, Control V, something like this. How are you gonna do it? Uh, you just do show database, bro. That's all. Show databases. Put this. Use supermarket. I mean, I'm just copying what it's given there. Not supermarket, it's supermarket one. Guys, don't forget. Please keep what we have used. Or instead of this, no, I don't even have to do this. If I run show databases, what will happen? I will get all these databases. I'll show you it. If I run this, can you see supermarket one says world, Sakila or something, performance schema. I mean, these are hidden, but the main things, can you see? Show databases will show you every database. So the question is here, display the databases. So that's displayed. And tables of supermarket. Tables of supermarket. So how do you do it? So you have to click use supermarket one, right? Yeah, supermarket one. Supermarket one. There you go. What we created. So use supermarket one. I said you why we use. Then now you use show tables. Show will only show you everything you want. If I run this, if I run this both, yeah, there you go. Branches and transactions are two tables. And anything else? Tables of supermarket, nothing else. Nothing. Yeah, that's question number one. Okay, there's something else here. I just saw there's something else here. Now if I okay, no, I was just talking something. Okay, now we just okay, I don't want to do this because look what will happen. Okay, I'll just generally tell you what will happen if I write select. We were doing it from that time. So what will happen if I write select from supermarket dot branches? You have to supermarket one, right? Just okay, supermarket one. What we have named that database only you have to give one. If you have named it something else, then you can give it that. So supermarket dot one dot branches. If I just print this now, what will happen? If I just print only this one, if I print, it will print everything. I mean, it will show me every rows. Like how many hour are there? That much it will show me. Like it was 299, right? 300. Okay, we created also. That also counts. So now, if I create, I mean, if I put limit is equals to 10 or 20, what will happen? So only 10 rows will come. And this. So yeah, see, 10 rows. Only 10 rows. It limit for 10 rows. That's all. More than that, you can't get it. So something like that. So if you do same thing for, let's do the same thing for branches also. I mean for transactions also. Supermarket one dot transactions limit is 20 I'll put. So if I run this thing, no, I have to get 20. So if I run this thing, I have to get 20. So yeah, I got 20. Can you see that? So that's very simple. I'm not copying. I'm gonna do this without saying. Actually, this is simple, guys. Do this without seeing. Okay, it'll be in your memory. Try to do it, even if you can't try it. So the second one is get the details of transactions of ID 100. So see what the question is. Get the detail of transaction of ID 100. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna select from ಏನಮ್ಮ ಬೇಡ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ supermarket dot transactions. Okay, wait. Supermarket. Why didn't I get the suggestion? Supermarket one dot transaction or branches, whatever you want to do, you can. So the question is transaction. Where exactly is transaction? Transaction ID is in transactions only. You transaction ID is in not. It's not there in branches. If you see, you can actually see this. See branches. There's no. If I how do I, yeah. If I see here, can you see there's no transaction ID? But in branches, like if you go in transactions, you have transaction ID. So that's the point. You have to see where your data is also. So I'll push this back so that I can come here. Or wait a second, why do I even want this? I'll just close this. I'll spread this thing. I'll increase this also. Yeah, now it looks a bit peaceful. Yeah. Dot supermarket one dot transactions where select supermarket one dot transactions where ID is because no not ID. You have to write transaction ID. Transaction ID. So if you write transaction ID is equals to how much? What is of ID 100? If I write 100 and if I run this, what's the point? Supermarket one, some error here. 1 second. So yeah, that error is coming because I didn't put from clause. Guys, you shouldn't miss all these things. Okay, be careful. I mean, I know it's like it's so hard. If you're the first, if you're beginner, it's too hard to remember all these things, but you don't have a choice. See, you got it. You got 100. So you got 100, right? So see, 100 customer ID, purchase date. So that second question is done. So yeah, second question is done. Let's do the third question now. What is the third question? I have to go back here. I'll increase this also, no? Select from supermarket transaction where transaction ID is equals to 100. This is wrong, guys. Oh fuck, I actually sent this thing. Never mind. This is actually wrong, okay? What we did is correct now. What we did here is correct. We got exactly 100, 195 and we got it properly. So if you go back and see this, so lol, I'm gonna lose marks if I didn't see this one. Okay, this is wrong. Okay. So yeah, second question, get the details of transaction ID 408. Control C and I'll paste the question here, okay? Control V. Guys, I'm doing this with you, so you should know how it's done. So this is simple. Just select star means from like the whole thing. Star means like everything. So everything like all supermarket one dot transaction no transactions where transaction ID. I don't think there is any transaction ID of 440, right? Because the data, we'll see how much data is there. I don't know. Maybe there is more than 10,000. I'll see. Wait. So if I write transaction ID is equals to how much is that? 4408. So if I run this, What happened? So create database supermarket. Okay, I have to select this particular thing. So yeah, there you go. You got it. 4480, it is that. So customer ID is 1000, purchase date is this, price for 699 he purchased, branch ID is 37, all you get it. So second question is done. Okay, wait, this is third question now. Oh, this is question 0. Lol. Okay, so this is question 0. This is question 1. This is question 2. Question 2. Right? Question 2. Yeah. Get the details of transaction. Okay, there you go. There you go. 0, 1, 2. We have another one. We have question 3. Question. Okay, so I know we have many questions. So what is question 3? I know this video is a bit lengthy, but you don't have a choice. You have to learn SAS, at least learn SQL and SAS. You get 30 to 35 marks, you'll get like that only. I mean, 30 marks you'll get. I can't promise more. I mean, if you learn everything perfectly, you'll get 30 marks. And if you miss out somewhere, then don't blame me, please. I'm trying my best to help. So question 2 is done. We have question 3. Get all the transaction details with price is greater than 998. So control C. This is simple, guys. Get all the transaction details but price is greater than 998. We'll do this. So what do you do? Select. Guys, this is filtering only. Okay, what we are doing is filtering only. Filtering, querying, all are same. Like we are doing filtering here. What if there's any greater than or like what this one is filtering? Okay, this one is filtering, this one is querying, all those things we are doing. Select star from the same usual supermarket one dot transaction where price what greater than price is greater than how much 699 no? 998. We'll run this code now. Always put a semicolon after doing that and it. So these are the things where you get it's more than 990. I mean, there's nothing all it's everything like more than 998 rupees. So if I put this as 100, what will happen? Just show if I put this as 111, and if I run this, so I'll get price which is more than 111. So there you go. So but what is the question asking us? So it's asking us 998. So we are gonna put 998. There you go. And if I run this thing, okay, I have to run this thing. Yeah, there you go. So if I run this, yeah, I got it 999. Whichever is more than 998, I get it. So there's no purchases above 1000 also. So you can do that also. So there you go. Third question is done. Guys, if the questions are like this, it's gonna be very simple. I taught you everything. If you get confused, go see the videos again. You just fast forward and see, I mean, do this with me. If you get any problems, please call me or something or message me. Like many are already doing, so you can also join like that. It's all right. Sorry. So yeah, what's the next question? I'll just put it as question 4. Question 4. What is the next question? Get the total number of transaction with price greater than 998. So we are gonna use count function here. This is the first time we are using count function. I'll show you what that is. So what is question? Read it again. Get the total number of transactions with price greater than 998. So instead of getting this, I want to see how many number it is. Like I want to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do that. How do I do that? I hit select. I just add one extra thing. That's a star. That's all I'm gonna do. Nothing else. Just count. The other thing will be the same. From. Guys, don't forget from. From is very important. Supermarket one dot transactions. Yeah, there you go. Where price is the same. Price is greater than 998. So I have to get. Let's count. We'll see what answer I will get. So if I run this code, I'll get 10. So we'll see if it's 10 or what. If I run this, we'll count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, 10. There is 10. So perfect. You get it well. So just what you have to do, if there's something like this total number, you just add count function. This is a function. You're gonna put it inside asterisk. It's the same as Python. Okay. So that is done. Count is done. Like, I mean, fourth question is done. We'll go fast, okay? I'm so sorry it's taking so much time. I know because it's a lot actually, guys. Last day, if you're learning 5 languages, sir took us 60 hours to teach it, and if we are trying to do this in 24 hours, and that too continuously, it's so hard. So yeah, 5 get the total number of transaction with price range 900 to 1000. Okay. 5 get the total number of transactions with price. Okay. So we'll do this. Guys, there are two ways you can do this, okay? Either you use and or you just use between only. So int, sir has given int, so use that. I'm gonna paste this in 5. Get the total number of transaction with price range of 900 to 1000. So what you're gonna do, select count. Whenever there is a total number, no, use count function. That's a trick you can remember. Hash trick again. From, guys, this is the same, okay? Supermarket, I know it's the same, it's frustrating again and again, but it's, you better do it. What happened? Oh, I have to close this or else go wrong. Supermarket 1 dot transactions where price, where no, instead of this, where transaction in between or something, right? Between, I'm gonna copy, I forgot. Okay, you use where, okay, you use where, so where price between how much, 990, sorry, 990 and, okay, so it's 100, 900, not 900 and 1000. So if I run this, we'll see what will happen. So run this thing. Yeah, there you go. I got 981. Really? You have 981 people who, I mean, who bought more than 900 rupees and less than 1000 rupees. So 981 transactions. Okay. We'll see the answer. Yeah, 981 is correct. Guys, I just took a peek. Okay. I didn't even see fully. I just saw this. If where is added or what. Can't blame me for that. Fine. So question 6. Get the transaction details for the price 999 and branch ID 66. And is used. So do you remember in Python we learned? I taught you this if you have seen my video. I'm assuming it's all right. If you haven't already read it. So question 6. We did it in logical operators, guys. Come on. So if we go select count, get the transaction details. So I don't have to use count. I just want the transaction details from supermarket one dot transactions where price, PRS is spelling is correct. Price is equals to how much? 999. And and is directly used, and branch ID, branch, guys, what is branch ID? Branch ID is equals to 66. So if I run this query, I'll just put a colon here or else get a problem. If I run this, can you see I got, this is only one, 3946 of branch ID 66. So how are you gonna, if look, if there's some question like this, you have to clip the whole thing and you have to put it in a Word document and send him. So yeah, there you go, 66. If I see the answer, yeah, there you go, it's right, it's correct. I didn't see, guys, I'm really not seeing, I'm just doing it with you guys. I didn't even read this file. Someone, for assignment also, someone else sent me. I just changed the name and I put that. That's the point. So lazy I am. Question 7. Identify the branch name, location, address, and manager name of the above results. What above results? Identify the branch name, location, address, and manager name of the above results. What? Wait a second, I want to read this question again. Okay, now I'm gonna use branch. Look, So what happened is, look, I this is a bit confusing, but guys, listen. So what is this? This we use transactions. So if you go to the data and see branch ID was linked, if you remember, we linked this to foreign key. If you remember, we linked this both. So if I use branch ID 66 to get branches detail, no, I can get it. So if I write select star from supermarket, supermarket dot branches where branch id is equals to 66. If I do this, no, I will still get the answer. If I run this thing, yeah, there you go. I got it. 66 notices. I got that all the thing, latitude, longitude, discount, everything. Yeah, there you go. It's correct. How many questions are there? Lol. Guys, summarizing and grouping is there. How much is there? I hear that this is a bit complicated. Fine. Fine. Just we'll finish this out. How many are done? 7 is done. 8, 9, and 10th. Guys, if you do these questions, it's enough. Okay. You just have to do these questions. You'll get easy marks. Easy marks. Okay. Let go. Arey yaar. I slowly. There you go, like this. Control C. Question 8. Control V. Get the transaction details of the purchase happened on 2nd May 2022. So guys, whenever you be name, now whenever you query the name, be careful, okay? Because you can't miss out things. Select from supermarket 1 transactions. Okay, date is in transactions. So be careful. Where if I write date, purchase data, what was that? Let me see. In transactions, in columns, it was purchase date. So I have to keep the name also properly. Where if I write was thing, bro, underscore, okay, capital transaction ID. Yeah, you got it. Transaction ID is equals to 2nd May. How do I write this? Because I don't want to 2nd May or wait. So guys, for format now, you go to the transactions, you get it here. You see that you just copy this thing and come and paste it here. So I have to write 2nd May. So 2022. For that, I will just write I'll just put 2022 here. Uh, I don't know if this is month or date. Yeah, it's month. It's month. So May is January, February, March, April, May. 5, 505. Or is it just, I don't know. Yeah. So 02. So 02. If I write this, I have to get what all transactions was done on that day. So can you see this? There's only one transaction, price 303, 38. It's transaction ID is 2015. So if I go and check the answer, where the hell is answer? There's no answer. Purchase date is equals to 20220502. It's correct or no? Why didn't she get any answer? She did it in, okay, she's right. Where purchase date? I don't know why did she get, but we got it, guys. So congrats, we got it. Just have to copy and paste that, guys. I'm gonna miss mark. I didn't literally see all this. Fine. I'm gonna copy this thing. Let's see. So what is the query? Let's see. I mean, let's see what is the question. Question 9. Get. I'll just copy this. Get the total number of. So whenever I say total number, blindly write count function. Total number of transactions happened between 01st and 31st Jan 2022. So how do I write it? So actually simple, guys. Select star from supermarket 1 dot transactions. What's the point here? I have to close this or else you get an error. Always close it. Don't forget. Transactions where transaction ID between 2022. What's the date? January. So 20. Wait, what? Between 01st Jan 2020. So 2022. Sorry, 2020 dash Jan. So Jan is 101, right? 01 slash first zero again. And just write and like that only. 31st. So 2020 again. 2020 again. It's the 1 month. Okay, it's like 1 month. January from 1st to 31st. How many transactions happened? All that. How many? Yeah, how many? Oh wait, I forgot total numbers, right? So you have to put count. I forgot my own lessons. Use that like that. Okay, there you go. 01, 31, right? Yeah, 31. If I write this, it's enough. And if I run this thing, see, zero because there's no transaction on those days. Or if I don't know if I am wrong or something. How did she even get so many? Between 2022 slash 010. And there was 1739 transactions, really. Oh, she took it as 2022. So let me check. The question asks only 2020, so it's illegal to take that. But let's try, no? If we get correct answer, then we are right. We'll close this thing. If I'm not sure. No, it's still giving wrong for some reason. Transactions where transaction ID between purchase date. Oh lol. I can't do transaction ID. I want to do purchase date lol. Obviously, it's so wrong. I'm so sorry for that. It's purchase date. Purchase date. Yeah, there you go. So instead of this, I'll put this back to 2020 because that's what question has asked. Look, if you go and something wrong by the question, then sir is gonna cut marks. Still, it's gonna give you purchase date. Okay, wait, let me just check once. If I run this now, hell, bro, this thing. Purchase date between. Let's check now if there is actually any purchase date between 20201. 20201. Can't I just filter like that? Random filtering. There is no 2020 at all. 20203. No. No. 20201. You have one transaction here. That is 99th one. You have it. 20201 10. That is one thing. One, right? 01. Yeah. This is one. One you have like this. You have many. No, this is also not there. Guys, I'm not gonna search and set all this, but I think we have gone somewhere wrong because at least one should have come, or else. Yeah, at least one should have come, or else it's a point. We have gone wrong somewhere. It's not giving the function. Where is purchase date? It's in transactions, right? Purchase date between. I want to see what exactly she select count from supermarket transactions. Where purchase date? Did we write where? Yeah, where between? Yeah. Should we put that codes also? I'm not sure. If it's working, then it's working. I'm not sure. Don't even blame me for that. Now if I run this, hey, yeah, we got it. Okay, so we had to put code. Now then, why didn't we had to put it here? God, this SQL sucks, man. Fine. So you just put code here. That's all. It took me 2 3 minutes to get this error. What happens if this comes in tomorrow's exam, guys? Be careful. So ninth question is done. Fetch the records of purchase happened on 14th February. That's I remember someone's birthday on 14th February. I'm not sure. Going back, question 10. I'll just write question 10 here. Question 10. Get the Fetch the records of purchases happened on 14th February 2020. Fetch the records. So select purchases happened on. So select from. I just have to put that star from supermarket one dot transactions where purchase date is equals to, I'll put a colon and write this time. I'm not gonna do the same mistake. 2020 slash February 02 slash 14 and put a comma. There you go. And if I run this, so yeah, there is one transaction that happened on February. Can you see this? There's a transaction 1908 happened. So yep, I'm gonna get zero for. I mean, I'm gonna get like 5 or 6 marks. I'm really disappointed on myself. When I do this, no, I didn't. I just randomly gave it. Regrets. Question 1, get the count of transactions per customer. Summarizing and grouping the records. Did I teach this? Group by customer. Nope, I didn't teach this. Should I? I mean, it's there. No questions. It's there means it is important only, no? Fine, I'll teach this. I'll take a break for 2 minutes and teach. So, guys, I was just checking Sir's PDF and yeah. So, summarizing data. Okay, wait. How much did we finish? We finished filtering data. Where clause? We finished where. Now we are gonna do mm, group by clause. Summarize data. I mean, group by clause. What is group by clause? And okay, merge multiple tables like join clause. So what all things? Group clause, join clause. Okay, all are in select only. Okay, everything comes under select. If you guys remember in the beginning, I said I will show this DQL data query language later. So select itself is a data query language, and where is a data query language? Join, all these are data query language. Okay, where between all these are data query language. So if I write here DQL, it's like a subset of DDL. I mean DML. So if I write DQL, look, DQL. If I write, what are all these things in DQL? We have SQ. I mean, what is it? What did we just do? Where we have between we have, guys, there's so many, if you just check, so many things are there. You can't just remember everything. If I just seen here, so many things are there. You can't just remember everything in one day, in 1 hour. You can't do all that thing. So there's a trick. I'll tell you where between and where the hell is that? Okay, yeah, here it is. So join only, no? Join. So where between join group UP group, something like that. Okay. So what is Does DQL work on select? Everything works on select here. It's a subset of this. So what is DDL? DDL is the main. What is DML? DML is a subset of DDL. What is DQL? DQL is a subset of DML. Something like that. Okay, it's like step by step. This is the big one. This is the smaller one, and this is very small one. Something like that. This is where you're gonna query everything. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, like we finished where, we finished between. So join and group is left out. We'll do it now. I think it's like you need some 10 or 15 minutes for that. We have questions also. We have 5 questions. So I'll just create this. So guys, these are the questions. Okay, I mean we did it. If you see the video, you'll understand. uh I will share this file. I mean, it's very confusing. I didn't do it clear. I didn't do it properly. So ouch. So it's all right. What else can we do? We don't have time. So select, insert, update, and delete. We did drop. We did alter. We didn't do truncate because sir hasn't thought again. Sir hasn't thought. So we did all these 3. I'll just remove this. No, no, let it be. Let it be. So select, insert, update, and delete. So where between join and group you have. I should have added that in the beginning only, but it's all right. So now if I go here and write, what is it? Group and join. Okay, group and join, these both things. Let's see. My computer is non-stop running from 24 hours. What's gonna happen to it? Yeah, so I'll just run it. The group and join. I'm gonna see how sir has done and only gonna teach you because I'm not sure how this thing is done. Where we finished? We finished where? Okay, guys, this thing, no. percentage Bangalore percentage this thing. You just, if you have time, no, come here and just copy paste this code. We all did this, and price is lesser than, like, all this. You can do anything you want. You can query anything you want. Transaction table, okay. Summarize data, okay. Group, aggregate, summarize, okay. See the query. Select branch ID, sum of price as total sales. What is this sum of price as total sales do? It'll sum this price and create a total price thing. See here. See the picture here. Okay, raw data. Okay, let me just explain more clearly. So there's something to three other: customer ID, branch ID, and price. When we don't want customer ID for now, we just need branch ID and price. Okay, what is happening here? Sum. What is sum actually doing? So so guys, what is group by? So group by is like, I'll show you. Just select. It'll group things. Select. Okay, branch ID, sum of price as total sales, I'm actually creating sum of price. I'm creating a new column called total sales. It is nothing but sum of price only. So it's like, instead of sum of place, it'll show you count total sales. And I'll show you this how it works. From transactions, right? It's, what is transactions? Transaction is this column. I mean, it's table what we created. From transactions, group by. Now you use group by branch ID. Sorry, branch, branch ID, something like this. Okay. Now if I run this code, will it work? Let's see. So if I run this code, we'll run this code. Yeah, there you go. So look, what are these totals? How am I getting so much big numbers? So what it is, right? This branch ID, right? It's now it is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still, how much it is showing? 99. Because they're 99, like total 99. But if you actually go and see in the transaction, if you actually go and see, there are more than 10,000 data, and in that 10,000 data, branch ID repeats. So branch ID, like, can you see this? 47, 47, 47, 47, like, to 48, 48, 45, like that. It is repeating. So what it does is, it will sum all these things. It will sum whatever is in 50. No, it will sum all those things, and whatever answer you get. No, it's like, if you sum, you'll get these answers. Like, you try it once, you sum, you get this answer, like 53,733. If there are, even if there are 500 into 5, no, you will still get 2,500 very easily. I mean, like that, there are many, like, bro, there are 10,000 data. Okay, and this is just 99. It's like 10 times. So yeah, you understood how that things comes. Sum basically adds up things. From transactions, group by branch ID. Okay, what will happen if I remove this group by branch ID? What will happen if, assume, so if I don't group it, if I run it, see, if I don't run it, everything will join together. Ignore this branch ID, okay? But everything will add up. Everything, like whatever is there, no, I'll show you. Everything, whole price thing will add up. Everything, when you add, you get this much. But if we put group by what, column ID, right? What did we do? Column ID, no, branch ID. So branch ID. Branch ID. So what am I doing here? So I'm grouping it by branch ID. I'm actually grouping it by branch ID. Like, there are, I said to you, like, branch ID as like repeated values. We have repeated values like 966,000, 66, 60, something like that we have. When we add, like, we add all those things, kind of thing. We group it. If there are like this, no, we remove that 22 and we add it. That's all, nothing else. Like that. When you group it, you're grouping it, no, like that particular, yeah, that's why this thing is there. Now if you run this, you get everything. You get one, two, like one is repeated, like one branch ID, one is repeated so many times, total sales, like that it is repeated. When you add all that, you get 53,733. Sum of prices. If you don't put this group by, it'll add overall, everything it'll add. So you get some 8 lakh or something, you saw that, how much you get. So that's how group is used. What about join, guys? Wait a second. So here you go. Now what if instead of, okay, so group is done. Now what is join? If you see search PDF, you can see there is so much in join clause. Okay, wait, let me see about group we are done. Okay, group by group and share, that's done. So what is tables? We are joining the whole tables. Look at here, we are not joining any columns or something, we're joining the whole tables. So select branch ID sum prices as total sales from transaction group by branch ID. Okay, this is for summarizing. Okay, that's not required. Query for joining transactions and branches table. Yeah, there you go. Query for joining transactions and branches table. There you go. How are you going to join it? Select branches dot branch name is what? I'll exactly type what they're given. Select branches, branches dot branch ID. Yeah, branch ID. Then what is given? Oh, branch name, transactions. Okay, wait, I'll just close this for a while. Oh god, so much is there. Okay. Hell, bro, this thing. Okay, here you go. So if I, yeah. So, bro, I just copy it, no, instead of typing, because I know things. I just want to be faster because there's 2.5 an hour of video recording. So I don't want to, you know, I don't want it to make more. I'll just be quick. But we are learning everything. We are learning from scratch to the whole, fully from first starting to end. Even if you learn this later, you should know. I'll just put this as this, or else it won't work. Yeah, like this I'll put. So now it'll work. I have to close this. So what is happening here? Select branch ID, sum price as total sales from transactions group by branch. Okay, this is the same thing, right? What did I type? Did I copy this? Now I'll paste this instead of this. Yeah, there you go. Now I suppose I have to use this, or else it's gonna go everything error. As total price from transactions. I'm gonna put this as single quotes. Like this. From transactions. Okay. Select branch.branch name, transactions.branch name, branch ID, sum price as total price from transactions. Okay. My okay. Left join branches on. So what is happening here? Left to the left side. If you see search PDF, no, there are ways you can merge things. So see here, inner join, outer join, left join. So you're just joining the left one. How do you do that? So right join is for right, inner join. Okay, this is the same. Huh? Okay, there are only 4 type of joins: inner join, outer join, left join, and right join. So we are gonna do left join. So how are you? What is left join exactly? So what do you mean by left join? It's like you're putting the whole data to the left side, both the date table, and you're taking both the tables, both branches and transactions, and you're pushing it to the branches one. So left side. What is left? Branches is left. So first one is always the left side. So branches one. So left join branches on from transaction. See, from transaction left join from transactions left join. Even if I branches on transaction, branch id group by branch id. If I run this, I mean, this is a bit complicated version. So actually it is complicated. If I run this now, I'll get it like See, branch name, branch ID, total price. That's all I want. So it is like, how do I explain this? It's grouping one thing. Like guys, just buy this. I mean, like just know how this. Just just try out how to explain this thing. What is happening is from branches it is taking one particular thing. What is that? Branch name it is taking from branches, and branch ID also it is taking from there. Only total price, no. This total price it is taking from transaction column, and it is joining it. That's all. That's what happening. What is left join? When there are two, if you read what is left join here, only keys which are there in the left side table will be considered. Only keys which are there in the left side table will be considered. What does this mean? Uh, if only if now only branches table keys will be considered. Okay, only branch name and branch ID will be considered. Total price can be removed, can be manipulated, can be done anything. These two will be considered as main. Whenever you query, right, these two will be kept as main. That's what when you mean when that actually mean. Left join, you can also make it as right join. It still work the same. Right join. And if you run this now, where is run option? Yeah, it'll still run. Branch name, branch ID, branch total price, both it'll still run, guys. That's the point. It's a very huge syntax and it's not required, like, but you just know what this thing is, right, John? So what you do is select whatever table, whatever columns you want. So in from branches, you took branch name, that is this. From transaction, you took branch ID, that is this. Sum of price as total price. Where is price? This price is from transaction. This whole thing is one from transaction, okay? Sum price as total price from transaction, okay? Transactions. So there you go. If you put this 3 will come. This is querying 3. These 3 columns will come. Even if you don't put these things, these 3 things, no. Even if you don't put, I'll show you. Even if you don't put these things, no. These 3 things will come. Okay, wait, there's some unknown column branches dot branch name in field list. Okay, wait, what did I do? Yeah, wait, let me just see what mistake I did. Okay, you should also add this thing, no, group by branch ID. That also you have to add, or else it will give you problems. So if I remove this and put this like this, and if I not control A, obviously, just control A and run this, still some error. Unknown column branches dot branch name in field list. There's no in branches. There's no branches name. Oh, it's branches name. Just dot branch name transaction control. Okay. Got it. This is table, so you can't do that. I'm so sorry. You can't actually do that because this is the table. We are using the whole table here. The whole table is being used, so you can't actually use that. So you have to join it. Right join branches on. Right join branches. What is branches? It's like the branches one. What we did. Oh, this table. Like transaction is right joining branches on transact. Where is it joining? Where is it joining? It is joining in transaction dot branch ID is equals to, like, it is joining there, and after that you group by branch ID. If you don't group it, everything will get compiled. If you don't group it, the sum everything will become single. So you have to group it by branch ID. Branch ID, sorry. So branches dot branch ID. Transaction dot branch ID is equals to branches dot branch ID. Why did you put is equals to here? Because both are same. If you remember, we put this foreign key here. So this and this is the same. This both are linked. Okay, this branch ID and this branch ID both are linked. So that's why you put this here. So it's just kind of, I know it's a bit too much. I know it's for me only it's too much, but it's what else can you do? You don't have to. You have to learn that. So now that's all guys. This is the whole complete portions of this thing. So we'll do that leftover 5 sums, guys. Portions are complete of SAS. Okay, that's done. So last we'll just do this 5 sums. I'm not gonna do it. I'll just explain it. So see that, get the count of transaction per customer. Select customer ID. So per customer count. Get the count of transactions per customer. So how do you do? customer ID, select customer ID slash count. So this is like instead of star, you also take this customer ID table from supermarket.transactions. Where is it? Transactions, group by customer ID. Group, guys, you have to use group by customer ID or else this will count. It will jumble up. Customer ID. Why customer ID? Because the question is also like transaction per customer. So you have to take it by customer ID only. You don't have a choice. So when you count it, you'll get it. Get the total count of transaction to transaction table. So query select count from transactions. This is very simple. You're just counting the whole transaction. Just put this code here. Okay, fine. Identify the top 10 customers based on total sales, creating some price column. Okay, first you have to create the total price as I said. So what is happening is customer ID, some price as total price from supermarket.transactions. Group by customer ID. Still here you should know because we did this. Still here you should know. Then order by total price decimal limit 10. What is order by? Order by means order. What is order? It shows you the like ascending or descending like that. Order by total price. You have to order it. If you see it's order, it's you see this date only, it's in order. 12, 12, 11, 11, 10. Like if you read this properly, it's in order. Decimal 10 limit. So what is decimal 10 limit? Desk, this is okay, not decimal. This is desk 10 limit 10. So what does this do? Any 10, still 10 variables, it will be like, even if there are 10 digits, no, it will be like, it will still do that ascending order. So it's just to give, even if you don't give it, it will still work. So yeah. Identify best 5 branches of the supermarket based upon the total price, select branch ID, sum. Identify best 5 branches of the supermarket based upon the total price. Okay, best 5 branches you have to select. How do you do that? So what is happening here? Select branch ID, sum price. These 2 columns will become, if you guys select when you do this, no 2 columns will come as total price and from supermarket dot transaction group by branch ID. This much you should know how it's done. Then basically order by total price, order by total price. When you do that order, top 5 will come. Limit. When you do that order by total price, order by, guys, it's like ascending order. The top 5 will come. If you do this, if you write this, no, the top 5 will come. Something like that. Here also top 10 will come. How much ever is it? Even if it's 1,000 or something like that. What is this? Identify the best 5 branches of the supermarket based upon the total number of transactions. Best 5 branches of the supermarket based upon the total number of transactions. Okay, how many transactions? Who's more transactions like that? So select branch ID, count as total number of transactions from supermarket transaction, group by branch ID. This much you should know how it works because we did this. We are not even using group here. We are not even using group. We are just using. Sorry, we are not even using merge or what was that? We are not even using join. We are just using group. So order by total number of transaction, decimal limit is 5. Descending, this is, sorry, lol, from so much time is wrong. This is descending. Limit is 5. So first 5 will come. Okay. Total number of transactions. So that column, order by total number of transaction, will give you that columns order in descending order. Limit is 5. Limit 5 means it will limit only 5 transactions. It will show only 5 transactions. That's all, guys. So I mean, you still can run this query. You can just copy paste it. It will still work. I mean, this is correct. This all is correct. So perfect. What did this? Very good. So after that, oh guys, that's done for SQL. Okay, it's perfectly from, I thought, from scratch to the end. Even if you have any doubt, please call me or something. Even if you like, I know it's like 2 lengthy videos, like 3 hours video or something. I'm not sure. Let me just check how much I recorded. It's like from here it starts 1. Let me refresh it or else it won't show up. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and including this one, it's 9. So if you add up, no, so this 4 is 2 hours. This 4 is 2 hours. It's like 2.5 hours. Okay, no, 2.1 hours or something, like 2 hours 10 minutes video. So I'm really sorry. I know it's too lengthy, but yeah. And I'm gonna do SAS now. I'm gonna start SAS now. SAS is very simple, guys. I'll try to do it in 1 hour and send. I know it's like too much late. It's already 5:20, and uploading all it'll take some 5:40, 5:50 it'll take. Yeah. So yeah, that's all. I'm done. Bye bye. Don't panic.